Hey loves, how are we? Happy Thursday. Carrie Leonardini here, your fitness and fat loss coach for women 40 plus. We are diving into day 3. We started this journey on Tuesday and talking about the top 3 mistakes most women in their 40s are making when trying to lose weight and keep it off. We've gone through a journey, my friends. Tuesday we dived into the number 1 mistake, which is not having a specific workout plan that is geared to help you achieve your results. Vague action leads to vague results, right? So we want a specific plan that we can take specific action on to get you that specific result that you're after. And it's something that is easily doable that you can start with just 10 minutes a day. So if you have not watched day 1, definitely go back to day 1 and get that in before the replays come down. Yesterday, we talked about mistake number 2, and that was the lack of understanding or strategy around the right nutrition for your body and your goals. We broke down some macros and gave you some tangible steps to start taking of how to truly eat to fuel your body to get you the fat loss results that you're after and keep the weight off. Food is simple if you allow it to be. It doesn't have to be complicated. You don't have to weigh everything. You don't have to measure everything, right? It can be simple if you allow it. And we want to focus on one thing at a time to start practicing that, get comfortable with it, and then add in the next thing, right? So it's all about those small steps done consistently. So day 2 is up and ready and available for you to watch the replay on here. Just go through the profile here and you'll find it. Or I can send me a DM and I'm happy to send it on over. And then today we are diving into the last and most pivotal one, because this really everything is built off of this one mistake I see so many make, and I have definitely fallen trap to it. So I definitely want to share and spread some light on it and give you some steps to take to help you course correct if you find yourself in this mistake. But I want to thank you all too for your participation, for engaging, for sending me DMs and just carrying on the conversation. I love talking about this stuff and I love helping and sharing the knowledge that I have so you too can be educated and have the awareness to make the best decision for you so you can get the results that you're after. I believe everyone has the right to have a strong, fit, and healthy body, mind, and spirit. But there is work for us to do, right? There's action that we have to take. Unfortunately, we can't just get it through osmosis. I wish we could, right? So just like I wish we could eat whatever we want and it didn't affect our weight or anything at all. We just felt amazing, right? But that is not reality. And that's okay because we can still enjoy foods while still losing the weight and being healthy from the inside out. So today we're going to dive into number 3. And this is something that I think a lot of you are going to resonate with, especially if you are my overachievers, my doers, and my driven women, right? Like we want, I know we want, we go after it, we keep going, we're persistent, and we keep at it. But we have this tendency for this all or nothing. It has to be like this or else forget it. Anybody, can you relate to that? Have you fallen into that all or nothing mentality? And that is the biggest thing that keeps you from getting the results that you want. And what I've recognized and realized is that when we're in this thought process, if it has to be like this and we're focused on the outcome only and how it has to be or else, then we do not see all of the avenues that are available for us to take, the guidance, the helping hand from the Holy Spirit of like, hey, over here, do this, work on this, let go of that. We are not open to any of that because we believe it has to be a certain way and that's it. And when we do that, we cut ourselves off from the guidance and from that intuition to be able to know what to do, what is best for us. Because sometimes there's course corrections we have to make, right? There is definitely course corrections. And when we have this idea of just focus on the outcome and how it has to be, we're really saying that it's almost that it's built in or housed in feeling unworthy. Like in order for me to have what I want, I have to do it like this. I have to earn it. I have to show I'm good enough. And there's like this feeling of unworthiness, not good enough. And that if I don't get this, then I'm not going to be that. But in order to get that, if I do get it, then I'll be. Right? There's this idea, I have to achieve this in order to receive this, right? Not feeling good enough, worthy enough. And so that can keep us like, on one hand, we want to feel amazing. We want to be fit and we want to get the weight off and we just want to feel good in and about ourselves. But then on the other hand, we're telling ourselves, it's too hard. I can't do it. I'm not sure why is it not working? How come it's not coming off? Oh my gosh, she's doing it, but I can't. And we have these two competing parts of us that basically neutralize. We have this great thought, I can't wait to be this. Then, oh, I can't do it. It's too hard. Why is it not working? And those thoughts cancel each other out and they keep you stuck. Because we can't have one positive and one negative thought and move forward. We just neutralize and now we're still the same. That's why you might find that you've had this goal for such a long time. You've been working on getting the last 20 pounds off, right? For years, right? Why? It comes back to what are the thoughts you're thinking? And that all or nothing is like, if I can't do all this, then I'm not going to do any of it. Or if I can't get that 60-minute workout, forget it. I'm just not going to do anything. It's not worth it, right? Like we talked about on Monday or on Tuesday, start with 10 minutes. 10 minutes twice a week done consistently, you will see results, period. But you have to believe that you will get those results. And it all comes down to the belief part. Because if you don't believe it's possible and you don't keep feeding your mind and renewing your mind on the possibilities, you are going to be in the same spot a year from now. Who wants to be in the same spot a year from now? No, thank you. Right? Because if we're not progressing, we're stagnant. Who wants to be stagnant? Like that word is just nasty. Right? No, we want to be vivacious and energetic and growing and evolving, right? And stepping into that next level of who we've been created to be, becoming more aware of what we're capable of and pushing the limits and trying new things, right? Weight loss is simple if you allow it to be. There is so much information out there. There's the diets, there's the pills, there's this, there's the fasting, all these things. And that just will complicate it if you do not have a clear vision, a clear path of where you want to go, and then deciding what is the right plan for you, right? It's fitness and it's nutrition. But the biggest part of those two, those are the practical applications. But if you don't have your mindset right, if you're not regularly renewing your mind and allowing yourself to be guided and to focus on the good, you're going to keep yourself stuck where you're at. So the mindset is huge. We have to let go of the all or nothing and move into a progressive mindset. Am I progressing today? Am I making progress today? Progress over perfection. There is no such thing this side of heaven. There is no perfection. So it's deciding what is that minimum effort that I know I can commit to every day or every week. Write it down. When you write it down, you are saying to your subconscious, to your spirit, like, this is what I'm doing. So decide, write it out. I have a client that she loves to write out her workout plan. She'll write down Monday through Sunday, and she'll write down the days that she's doing a physical workout or the day she's moving her body. And she puts it down, the time and what she's doing. And she puts it on her bathroom mirror because that is her commitment to her. And if something comes up and she has to rearrange it, then she moves it to another day, right? It doesn't come off. She moves it around because she's committed to that activity. And that's key, is that commitment level. So really being able to let go of the perfection. Hey, Cassandra, thanks for joining, my friend. And really move into that making progress. How can I progress today? How can I be 1% better today? How can I make a 1% improvement towards my intention, right? That big outcome. We can have the big outcome. We can have that vision, but it's what do we do daily? What are the seeds that we're going to plant today, right? And as we plant them, how are we going to water them each day, right? How are we going to water those thoughts of abundance, of health, of fit mind and body? What actions are we going to take? And so focusing on, like we said, 10 minutes at a time. So maybe that's 2 to 3 days a week. You can be intentional and train your body 2 to 3 times a week for 10 minutes. Do that for a few weeks. Get in the groove of that. That might take 4 or 5 weeks, but you're doing something, right? More than you did before. So if you had 5 minutes and you move 5 minutes, guess what? It's 5 more minutes you move than you didn't move before. We need to let go of thinking it has to be a certain way and start applying the principle, right? The principles of healthy living, of stewardship. Move your body, period. Be intentional about it. One of the goal setting tools that I use with my clients that was shared with me in a business, and it helps in all areas, is the MTO formula. This was not original to her, but I can't remember the gentleman's name. But basically, it's a simple formula you can use. M stands for minimum, T stands for target, O stands for outrageous. So when you look at your daily or your weekly movement, when I say movement, that means your daily steps. When I say train, I'm talking about your physical exercise, your strength training. And you decide what's the minimum time and days that I can commit to. Write it down. Then what's the target? What's like, oh, in a perfect week, I would, strength train 3 times a week for 30 minutes. But minimum, I know I can do 2 times a week for 10 minutes. And the outrage is like, dude, I'm doing 4 days a week for 30 minutes of 3 days of strength training and 1 day at Pilates. Okay. Same thing when it comes to your nutrition, right? My big thing is protein and veggies, like I shared with you on day 2. Because those are the 2 areas that I have to be mindful in, because it's easier for me to not have enough of those, right? I would rather have all the goodies, right? But I know that doesn't nourish my body nor fuel it the way I want it, so I could show up with the energy and vitality that I want. So those go on the back burner, and I focus on protein, and I focus on getting my veggies in, right? So I'm fueling my body with the vitamins, the minerals, the nutrients that it needs to truly show up, to be healthy, to be lean, to be fit, and to be vivacious. Because I want to bring all of me to wherever I'm at. So you have to decide, what is it for you? Maybe it's like, oh, I really want to work on getting my veggies in, or I want to work on, I know I don't get enough water. I'm, always dehydrated or feel that way and tired and lethargic. I'm going to focus on my water. Okay, what's the minimum ounces you can get? What's your target? And what's the outrageous, right? And then you commit to the action of having that happen. Like, you have a water bottle wherever you're at, right? You go to the store and you make sure you get enough protein sources, and you prep it so it's easy to grab and go when you have those busy weeks, right? Or you have veggies that are cut up and ready to go so you can grab and go, or just add to your meals, right? You have to still take an action to bring it about, right? So really moving into progress. So use that MTO formula for the key areas you want to work in. And I want to encourage you, only start with 2 max. 2. Just by making a small change in one area, you are going to see results. And that's going to motivate you to keep going. And as you're motivated to continue to go, you're going to build consistency, and then you will have a habit in place. And then you can start adding another action step, right, to keep moving you towards that ultimate outcome. Weight will come off as you allow it to. And it truly is an allowing. I have someone who shared a story with me. She was on vacation in Italy, and they mainly walked everywhere. I mean, they walked tens of thousands of steps a day. They walked everywhere they went, or rode bikes. And her girlfriend that went with her was like, oh, I can't eat this. I'll gain weight. I can't have this. I can't have that. And she had a consciousness of, she will gain weight if she eats this food, right? Even though they were doing so much movement. And my friend was like, oh, I can eat whatever I want. Pasta, gelato. Yeah, we're moving a ton. It's going to be fine. Guess what? My friend lost 2 pounds eating gelato and pasta every day, multiple times a day. And her friend, who moved just as much and ate about the same type of food, she gained 2 pounds. What was the difference? Her mind, right? Our minds are powerful. Our words are powerful, right? As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he, right? So if we think this, guess what? We bring that outcome about. So we have to be mindful of our words and be conscious of what we're thinking, and cast out those thoughts that go against what we're going after. Because again, if we don't capture them, we're going to cancel out the positive thoughts we're putting in if we have a negative one for every positive one, right? We want to have 2 positive ones for every negative. So we're making that progress, right? Again, that 1% better. And having a practice in place to renew your mind daily is going to be so impactful. So I believe in holistic health and wellness. It's not just about personal training or physical fitness. It's not just about the food that you eat. It's not just about doing the mindset work. It's all of it, because it all works together. We are 3 parts in one, right? Mind, body, spirit. We have to be able to then nourish and take care of and steward all 3 of these parts, right? And so we do that: fitness, nutrition, mindset, the faith element, all that comes together to truly have that strong, fit, healthy, and vivacious life and body. So this is something that truly I am passionate about, helping as many women as possible. And it is something that I love working with clients on. And I have a resource that I want to share with you all, which I will share that tomorrow. So, and this is really a resource that's going to help you do the inside out work, because as we shift the inner world, our outer world will naturally follow. And I love watching clients when they start getting the awareness, and it literally, it's like, oh my gosh, Carrie, I just lost. I'm like, of course you lost weight, hun. You let it go, And it's amazing. Yes, did they change some of their habits? Of course, right? Because they allowed themselves to. And it's letting go of, like I said, what we think it has to look like and allowing it to unfold, because the Lord knows what he wants you to weigh, what he wants you to look like. He created you, right? And it's surrendering and submitting to that and just seeking at that vision. We did a vision casting workshop back in, I guess it was earlier this month. And that was just so powerful of really getting that vision from the Lord. Because again, we can make stuff up. A man plans his way, but the Lord directs his steps. So we have to allow that guidance because he knows better than we do. And if you are truly after sustainable change, if you really want to have that healthy, strong, fit, vibrant, vivacious life and body, and look in the mirror and be happy and excited for what you see, accepting who you are and who you're becoming, and having that support and help, then I want to invite you to come in. If you want to take this to a deeper level and really start applying these principles for you, then I want to encourage you to come join me tomorrow. I do have a resource I would like to share with you. I will come back here tomorrow at 1. I do want to share one story of a recent client, Debbie, and she came to me. Her and I have known each other for a couple years. We both serve at our church together. And she's like, Carrie, I'm done. I'm done with this whole weight loss thing. She has been in a place where she was fit, she was lean, she was athletic in sports and college. And so she's known what that's felt like to have that. Excuse me. And she had kids, body changed, and she had gained weight she didn't want to gain. And she's tried all the things. She's tried the meal plans. She's tried the meal service. She's tried the Weight Watchers. She's tried all the stuff. And the weight comes and goes, comes and goes, comes and goes. And she's like, Carrie, if I can't find something that works, forget it. I'm not going to do it anymore. And so after we talked and she joined in with me, we started coaching together. It was a new way for her. And with the steps and working together, the awareness that she got, how she learned how to fuel her body, and how not just how she benefited, the weight started coming off, her went down in pant sizes, her inflammation went down, and her husband and her daughter both started wanting to eat better. Her daughter's like, oh, Mommy, no, I don't want that because I know that's not going to make me feel good. I want this instead, like you. Like, it impacts everyone around you. And it was just beautiful as she was sharing this testimony of seeing how her health journey was actually impacting her daughters and her husband and helping them become healthier. And she realized, like, it's not just about her and how she looks and what she weighs. It's about the process of who she's becoming. And so we worked together for 6 months, and she made such a huge transformation. And she's still walking out that journey today, inspiring people all over because she's sharing her journey. And I just love that. So whether you feel like you've been at this for years or decades, or are like, I need to do something now, this resource is going to bless you and help you. So I just want to encourage you to come join me tomorrow at 1. If you were registered for this event, you will get a replay of it, as well as a reminder for the live tomorrow, because I want to share this resource with you. So join me tomorrow, and I will see you here. And if you have questions, please feel free to drop them here. I would love to know, what is your main takeaway so far after these 3 days? What is something that's really stirring in your spirit? Where are you feeling called to focus? Feel free to send me a DM or post on social, tag me. I'd love to see and hear and continue the conversation. So thanks for joining me over these 3 days. I will see you hopefully back here tomorrow, and we will go from there.